right, guys, thanks for sticking around for the end of day webinar, Friday, April 21st, 2017. Hope you guys all had a great week. I really enjoyed the action this week. I think we had at least a good play or two every day, and I feel like this week we did a great job just staying patient, nailing the right plays, staying away from a lot of the chop and grind, and pulling out some nice trades. So let's go over just a couple. AUPH from today was I guess you could say my main play. I'll go over a few trades and a few misses, unfortunately, a few that I missed, triggers that I missed today. But starting with AUPH, the idea in this one was pretty simple, guys. We had the watch list from last night where I was mentioning, and this morning over the stream, I was kind of mentioning that 745 area on the daily. This is a major spot. I'll show you why. Let's see if we can get there. 45, there it is. So we have support on the daily. This is like, between the 13th and the 20th. And then it kind of broke through. And then notice how that support then became resistance. Resistance for a good couple weeks. Resistance again. And then, so what I was looking for was basically like, just looking for this one to pull a red to green. And then if it did, we're looking for that 45 area to become support again. The first step for this stock to pull any kind of recovery is going to be for it to at least close a bar over 745, which as you can see is not going to happen today. But on the daily chart, from a macro perspective, if we can get this over 45, then it starts to hold 45, then we can look at the next leg up. Of course, we're intraday traders, right? We're day traders, so we don't really care whether the stock closes above or below 48. All we care about is making a trade intraday. So I got a signal on this one. It's a little bit of a different type of trade. I usually kind of get spots where I can build a bit of a position. This was a kind of a dip buy, which is a little bit different, but the idea was, guys, basically that once it went red to green, and I recorded the trade actually with my commentary, and I went back over it already, but it's like I was saying in the stream, was basically I was looking for a dip buy just under 50. So obviously not chasing this move here, but waiting for a clean dip towards 45 to 50. The reason is because now we want that 45 to become support. Given the size of that red to green move, I was kind of assuming that it'd be safe to buy a dip towards 45, and actually got filled at 48, which is where my order was sitting. I added liquidity. I would have been probably stopping out at 42 or 40 max if it broke 40, but it just came down, touched us, hit the order, started to rip right away, so we were in a great spot. Basically, I was thinking about adding through 60 there, but I decided for the first trade of the day I would just hold on to that and let it work for us. So no ads that time. It didn't really give much of a consolidation or an opportunity to sort of trigger the way I would normally go for an ad. So just kind of rolled with that. When it started to ride up, guys, I just immediately moved my stop up to break even on it. Once we broke through this high, I moved the stop up even more to 55 for a guaranteed win. Got my first exit at 68. Just right here at 68 on that first push. For a 20-cent gain, and then I took the rest out at I was actually going for, as you guys know, an 88 target, and it just came shy. That last candle almost wanted to do it, but it just came shy of the 88 for a 40-cent win on about 6-cent risk, but it just didn't quite get there. So I took the final out at 77 on that trade. And that was pretty much the main for me today. There wasn't too much else that I was really excited about. I had an idea on NADL that unfortunately I missed the trigger on. As you guys know, I had a plan. I laid it out completely what I wanted to do on it. I just missed the entry. I'm not sure if maybe some of you guys got a hold of it or not. But I kind of got distracted by some other tickers this afternoon. We had like CDTI pop up, AKTX, GLBS, and I just kind of... This one ended up on the back burner, but the price that I mentioned to you guys to trigger the short, it actually went, and it worked quite well. So that was a miss, unfortunately. And the other one, this is a disappointing one, but GLBS. I'm sure some of you guys jumped in when I mentioned it, but for me, I was like just sort of saying, this actually looks like there's some short stuck in here, and we should watch this over 310. This was just when I got back from lunch. So I was thinking that, the latest I would buy this, and I even was hard-pressed to do 315 because I know this stock is a piece of crap, but a trade is a trade. And this is a nice move on a pretty low-risk entry if the setup is there. The price action was cueing that there probably were some shorts stuck in there. This big order at 310 got filled. They held the higher low. In hindsight, it's easy for me to say, yeah, I should have got in there, but still part of me has a hard time buying sometimes crappy stocks, even if the reward outcome is pretty good versus the risk. However, the idea was there. I didn't pull the trigger on it, but I think some of you guys may have jumped in that, and if you did, congratulations. Probably would have stopped 307 on that one, or 305 max if I took it. Turned out to be pretty good, and then I was looking at the backside for a short, and the idea there was a short 345, and again, I didn't pull it, so pretty stress-free day overall, though, and there was some good action out there. Nice job on GLBS, man. Also, on AUPH, I didn't play the backside either. I actually didn't short today, so that was interesting for me today, but Eli, Penny Flipper, these guys have been crushing it daily in chat. We got the dream team right now. We're just crushing every day. So it's like, I nailed the lawn. These guys turned around. They got the short. I normally would be shorting this. I have no idea why I didn't take it, but they did awesome on this. Some of you guys held it all the way down to below 710, which is phenomenal, and congratulations. I think we had a great finish to the week, guys. And just going back over some of my journal entries from this week in the trades, I'm really happy with how things shaped up. I actually had 4 trades yesterday, which was nice. We had a couple on IDXG on the 18th. And actually, guys, I forgot to record the webinar yesterday, so let's go over NADL really quick, just so you have it in your back pocket when you go, back over the recorded webinars. This was a great setup too. So AUPH, today's long, a little bit of a different situation. It was a bit more of a dip buy on a red to green move with limited risk of 6 cents on the downside. This one wasn't much different in terms of the risk reward. It was a great reward for a very low risk trade. I spotted this on the scanner pretty early at around 237, 238. Got the trigger at 248 right there. And man, this one just worked beautifully. I had fills all the way out to 292 was my final on that one. So I pieced that one out in 5 pieces, actually. I went out at 258, 267, 272, and then I held that last little bit all the way for 292. It actually went quite a bit higher, and I actually got a second possible buy in there signal, but I decided not to take it. And so that was just a phenomenal trade from yesterday, and several people were messaging me in chat telling me about how they enjoyed that one. So congratulations, guys. I heard a lot of good stuff this week, a lot of good trades. Thanks again for everyone's participation in chat. It's really been a huge group effort lately where it's just been a really good experience. So thanks again to Bark Trader and A Day Trader for the research and ideas you guys put in pre-market. They're hugely helpful when it comes to picking our biases and then playing our signals with a little more confidence based on some fundamental research. And guys, I'm feeling good going into this weekend. I really hope you guys had a great week. I'll post this webinar up in the website tonight so you guys can review it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. I'm looking forward to Monday. Have a great weekend. We'll see you then.